Do you think Tate's reputation is going to keep going down the shit, or will it have another Trump situation where people are just complete simps? I think that something I've realized as I've watched my success in online content, other people's lack of success, and then kind of like broader trends in general is I think people get fatigued by certain gimmicks. I would argue that Trump's personality, style, and engagement with people is a type of gimmick. Andrew Tate is as well. Now, gimmick isn't bad. I know a lot of people associate gimmick with bad, but like I had a gimmick in 2016 of being like a hardcore lefty debate bro, right? That was like kind of a gimmick to some extent, right? I think that hopefully there's something good underneath the gimmick that people like, but I think you have to be able to switch up to continue to be successful. I don't think Trump can be the same person. I don't think the Tates can continue to be the same people and enjoy the same level of success. I think eventually people get fatigued and then they don't see it anymore, and eventually they move on to something else. So whether or not they stay relevant, I think is a matter of whether or not they change up content. It's kind of like eyes, I guess. If you stare at a certain color long enough, what's his color? I think it's rods, right? Is it rods or cones? Which one's see color? If you see a certain type of color long enough with your eye, is it cones? Are cones the things to see color? If you see a certain color long enough with your eye, it gets fatigued, and then you don't perceive that color anymore, and you actually start to perceive the opposite. There's a really good illusion for this. Oh, this is one. This is a good one. I don't know if that one will work or not. I think if you just stare straight at this for I think like 20 seconds or something, like stare in the very middle, and eventually all the colors disappear. The cones in your eyes that perceive certain colors will get fatigued very quickly, and then things change. But I think that the way that we deal with people in online content and politicians and everything, I think is relatively similar. I think you get fatigued on something and it has to change to keep your interest. People are molding about your good luck tweets to Tristan. Oh, I've maintained the same position. It's okay. The responses are so stupid. First of all, half of them are his sims, so I can understand. But you guys are fucking retarded. First of all, people are like, oh, you got caught and you're not going to talk shit. First of all, it's online. I'll talk whatever shit I want to because it's the fucking internet. Yeah, if I see Tristan and Andrew in the street, I'll beat the shit out of both of them. It's the internet. Nobody cares. You can say whatever the fuck you want. Why would you think that somebody wouldn't talk shit on Twitter? Number one. But number two, the same thing I've said the entire fucking time that I'll say over and over and over and over and over and over and over again is let it play out in court. I've said it to people on the left. I've said it to people on the right. People on the left get mad because they want me to assume they're guilty. People on the right get mad because they think it means I think they're guilty. I think they are guilty, personally, based on what I've seen on the internet, if what they've said is true. But that's what the court process is the same. Or that's what the court process is for. You let them go to trial. You make their case. They get convicted beyond a reasonable doubt, or they are acquitted of the charges, and then you move on. That's all you can do. That's literally every single time. That's all you could do. Tristan messages me this morning, and he's like, hey, I didn't know that you thought I was guilty. And I'm like, yeah, obviously I think you guys are guilty. That's why I said we disagree. And he's like, why do you want an interview? I was like, I don't know, a long form conversation would be interesting. And by the end of our conversation, he's like, well, listen, I won't unfollow you because I'm not petty. And I'm like, well, thanks, dude. I won't unfollow you either. What a weird conversation. I don't know if it's actually them running the Twitter accounts. It was such like a bizarre conversation.